Everybody keeps telling you to move to Columbus, Ohio. The growth, the jobs, the affordability, the Buckeyes. Here's the truth though. Columbus is one of the best moves that you can make in the country right now. And for the wrong person, it is going to be a letdown. So before you pack a single box, let me give you the honest version, not the tourism board version, the real one. Who Columbus is perfect for and who probably should keep looking. I'm Chrissy Hagan, realtor with Collins Lassiter Group at Red One Realty, and I have called Central Ohio home for over 28 years. I've helped families relocate here from all over the country, and I've watched the city go from the quiet state capital and college town to one of the fastest growing metro areas in America. And I talk to people every single week who are trying to figure out the exact question you are asking right now. Is this the right place for my life, my family, and my money? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through the growth, the jobs, the cost of living, the housing, and the lifestyle. Real numbers. And then I'm going to tell you flat out who should not move here, because the worst thing I can do is sell you a place that does not fit you. Let's get into it. Let's start with the thing that everybody talks about, the growth. It's not hype. As of 2025, the Columbus metro area is home to about 2.2 million people. In 1 year, we added more than 21,000 new residents. That is double the national growth rate. Sit with that for a second. While a lot of the country is flat or shrinking, Columbus is growing twice as fast as the average. And this is not a one-year fluke. Over the last decade, Columbus has climbed from 26th to 15th among the largest metros in the country for growth rate. Since 2020, we are one of only about 21 metros in the entire nation to add more than 100,000 people. Here's what most people don't realize. That kind of steady stacking growth does something in real estate. It puts a floor under home values. It brings in restaurants, jobs, and amenities. And it's the quiet engine behind why a home here has been a smart place to put your money. Growth is the headline, but growth by itself does not pay your bills. So let's talk about jobs. If you're moving somewhere, you need to know that you can work there. And this is where Columbus really separates itself. Here's what's actually happening. Columbus has the highest projected job growth of any major metro in Ohio at about 9% over the next several years. Our unemployment rate has been sitting right around 4%. But the number that I love most is the one that no single industry here makes up more than about 18% of the job market. That means that Columbus is diversified. When one sector has a bad year, the whole city does not go down with it. That's the opposite of a one-company town. Look at who employs people here. Ohio State University, the state of Ohio, J.P. Morgan Chase, Ohio Health, Nationwide Insurance, government, education, healthcare, finance, and insurance, all anchored right here. Those are recession-resistant jobs. Those are jobs that keep the housing market stable. And then there is the future money pouring in. Honda and LG Energy Solution opened a $3.5 billion electric vehicle battery plant about 40 miles southwest of Columbus, bringing around 2,200 jobs. Now, let me be honest with you, because this is where a lot of videos will oversell it. You've probably heard about the giant Intel chip plant out in New Albany, the Silicon Heartland, which is what we're called. $28 billion, around 3,000 permanent jobs, and it is real, and it is being built. But those factories have been delayed. It's now targeting around 2030 and 2031 before they are fully up and running. So here's what I would tell you people. Do not move to Columbus in 2026 for an Intel job that starts at the end of the decade. Move here for the economy that already exists today and treat Intel as the upside that is still coming. But here's the part that makes people from the coast do a double take. The overall cost of living in Columbus is about 7% below the national average. Not 7% cheaper than California, 7% below the average American city. Break it down, and it gets even better. Healthcare here runs about 19% below the national average. Transportation about 11% lower. Housing about 7% cheaper than the typical U.S. market. Groceries are basically a wash, about 1% higher. So nobody's winning or losing at the store. And then there's taxes. Ohio has been steadily cutting its state income tax. Starting in tax year 2026, Ohio moves to a flat rate of 2.75% on income. And the first roughly $26,000 that you earn is not taxed by the state at all. So here's the thing. When your income tax drops and your everyday costs are already below average, your paycheck simply stretches further here than it does in most of the country. That's not a small quality of life difference. That is a real money staying in your pocket every month. Which brings us to the question that everybody actually cares about. What does it cost to buy a home? So let's talk real numbers, because this is my world. Across Columbus and Central Ohio region, the median home price is sitting right around $335,000. Inside the city of Columbus itself, the median is closer to $290,000. Compare that to the coast, where a starter home can be $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, and you understand why so many people are moving here and buying more house for less money. But I'm going to give you the honest side too. Homes are still moving fast. Central Ohio closed sales were up about 5% year over year, nearly double the national pace. And inventory is tight, hovering right around 2.5 to 3 months of supply. A balanced market is closer to 6. So here's what that means for you. Columbus is affordable compared to the rest of the country, but it is competitive compared to what it used to be. The good homes, priced right, in the right school districts still go quickly, especially up in my corner of the market. Places like Lewis Center, Powell, Delaware, Westerville, anything inside that Olentangy school district stays in high demand. So if you're relocating here and you want to land at the airport and start looking that afternoon, you want a plan, a pre-approval, and someone local who already knows which neighborhoods fit your life before you ever get on the plane. Okay, money makes sense. Now, you have to actually enjoy living somewhere. So let's talk about lifestyle. Columbus gives you genuine 4-season life. Green springs, warmer summers, gorgeous falls, and yes, real winters. If you love the outdoors, this place delivers more than people expect. Our Metro Park system has more than 20 parks and over 230 miles of trails for hiking, biking, and running. Downtown, you have the Scioto Mile and about 175 acres of riverfront right in the heart of the city, with gardens, trails, and fountains. Culturally, Columbus punches way above its weight. The Short North Arts District is packed with galleries, theaters, and some of the best restaurants in the Midwest. We have festivals nearly every weekend. And when the weather is warm, and of course, this is Buckeye Town. If you've never felt a city on a fall Saturday during an Ohio State football season, it truly is something else. And here is what ties it all together. Columbus gives you big city opportunity without the big city grind. You get the jobs, the food, the arts, and the sports, but you can still get across town in a reasonable amount of time and actually know your neighbors. For a lot of families, that balance is the whole ball game. Now, the honest part and who Columbus is not right for. I promised you that the real version, so here it is. Columbus is not for everyone. If you need mountains out your back door or an ocean 30 minutes away, this is not your place. Central Ohio is gently rolling farmland and river valleys. It's pretty, but it's not dramatic. The nearest real beach or mountain is a road trip, not a day trip. And if you hate winter, take that one seriously. Our winters are cold. It snows every year. We get gray stretches in January and February where you may not see very much sun. And some people barely notice it, but other people are miserable by March. Be honest with yourself about which one you are. If you cannot stand humidity, our summers can get hot and sticky. It's not the desert Southwest. There will be some muggy July afternoons. And if you are the kind of person who liked Columbus specifically because it was small and quiet, the growth we talked about cuts both ways. More people means more traffic on the outer belt, more competition for the best homes, and neighborhoods changing faster than some longtime locals would like. Here's the truth. None of these are deal breakers for most people, but you deserve to hear them before you move, not after. So here is what I want you to walk away with today. Columbus is growing twice as fast as the national average, and that growth is steady, not a bubble. The job market is diversified, stable, and actually expanding with Intel and Honda as future upside on top of what already exists. Your money goes further here, cost of living is below the national average, and Ohio keeps cutting state income tax. Housing is affordable compared to the country, but competitive locally. So you plan with a plan. You move with a plan. And the lifestyle gives you all 4 seasons, great parks, great food, and Buckeye Saturdays, as long as you're okay with a real Midwest winter. That is the honest picture. Columbus is a fantastic fit for a lot of people. Just make sure that you're one of them. If you are thinking about making the move, do not do it alone and do not do it blind. Comment the word Columbus below and I will point you to my free location resources for Central Ohio. Or if you want to talk through your specific situation, your timeline, your budget, or your must-have neighborhoods, just DM me the word move. No pressure, just a real conversation about whether this is the right move for you. I'm Chrissy Hagan with the Collins Lassiter Group at Red One Realty. Rain, shine, sleet, or snow, we are here for your real estate adventures. I will see you in the next one.